So over the weekend, this one just passed, it was proven in Ontario that, by golly, those big wind turbines can pump out some power. So Parker Gallant is here. So this is all good news?
Well, not really, Jerry.
No?
No, because when they were pumping up...
Are you going to be grumpy about this?
I am.
Okay,
yeah.
then go ahead.
That's my usual ploy, isn't it?
I see.
Yeah, they were pumping out the power, but we didn't need it, so that meant we had to export it.
Yeah.
And as a result of that, it drove down the wholesale price, so we were paying New York and Michigan and Quebec to take our excess power.
I see. So when we export power, we don't sell it. We pay people to take it from us.
You've got it.
Are we making it up in volume? I mean, how exactly does that make any sense?
It doesn't make any sense, and that's certainly been my efforts, is to sort of make the Ministry of Energy aware that we shouldn't be handing out any more wind turbine contracts because we don't need the excess power.
Well, what was the point of even producing the power then?
Well, there was a lot of, believe it or not, there was a lot of wind turbine developers in that same weekend that were paid for not producing power.
Yeah.
On top of those ones that were paid for producing the power.
Just a minute, I want to add this up. We were paying people to not produce power.
Yes.
Then we were producing power and we were paying people to take that power.
You've got it.
All
yes.
right.
Yep.
This from the government that spent $1 billion not building a power plant.
That's right, yes.
Okay.
Or moving a power plant.
Yes,
right.
yes.
Yeah.
Yeah. The government got reelected.
I know. It's unfortunate. But
we live in a world we couldn't have imagined.
No, we can't. But.
So then, what's the addiction to these wind turbines? If in fact they were pumping out power and they were reducing our cost because, hey, they turn around and around for free apparently with wind power, it would all be great. It
would be, yeah. But we don't offer, we don't get competitive contracts. We just simply say we're going to pay you $135 a megawatt or 13.5 cents a kilowatt hour if you throw up a wind farm. And, you know, that
so for the producers, it's a no-lose situation.
It's a no-lose, yeah, exactly. They get paid whether they produce power or don't produce power, as long as they have that wind turbine up or and they don't actually produce power, they still get paid. So.
But we don't need the power, so what are we building them for?
Well, I don't know. Perhaps to green the province, to save the planet from climate change. I mean, that seems to be the objective. Yeah, it's very ideological.
Yeah, because it's certainly not economical.
No, it doesn't make any economic sense. And of course, they never did a cost-benefit analysis that, you know,
There's another issue here. Do you give credence to those people who actually say that living next to them is damaging?
Oh, definitely. I've met people that have lived next to them that have been forced to move out of their homes. There is a percentage of the population, there was a study just came out of the UK, I believe, that says that a certain percentage of the population will be affected by the infrasound, the noise that we can't hear that's emanating from these wind turbines throughout the province.
And doesn't bother everybody?
No, it doesn't bother. It's like,
so maybe I'd go and it wouldn't bother me and it would bother you?
That's correct.
Or vice versa.
Yeah, there's a percentage of the population, say 5 to 15%, that will be affected. So autistic children are very much at risk when they live near a wind turbine. Really, yeah.
Okay, but there's never any consideration. This government has, I would use the word foisted these things on communities. They haven't even asked the community. They haven't even had the deference to go to the mayor, much less the local citizen.
No, that's true. I mean, the Green Energy Act gave the provincial government all the powers to be able to put these wind turbines up no matter where, just as long as they meet the setback requirements and, you know, the minimum standards that they've set under the Green Energy Act.
There are more being built. Construction of a giant wind turbine project in Huron County will go on. Judge denied the work stoppage proposed by local residents.
Yeah, the judge did not grant the stay. The citizens had brought the stay motion before the courts to basically stop the construction. But there is still an appearance that will be coming up in the Superior Court of Ontario. So that means that if the citizens win in the Superior Court, the developers will have to remove and decommission those wind turbines. So why they're taking the chance is beyond me, except maybe to get them in before the cold weather season hits.
You know, this is one of those situations, I believe, where the mass of population in the urban area here in Toronto, where you and I are right now, loves these things because they love that greeny idea, but they don't live next to them.
No, they don't. Well, a lot of people in the green movement will say, oh, we live next to one because there's one down at Exhibition Place.
Yeah, the thing barely turns.
It barely turns, and it doesn't provide any power. And it's mostly...
Wait, what, is it not hooked up?
Well, it's sort of,
Is it a show
sort of
thing?
hooked up. It really is a show thing. If you
Yeah,
go
and
back...
nobody lives there anyway.
No, right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right, but if they went and stuck one right next to one of the condo buildings, although I don't know if you'd be able to fit one in now in downtown Toronto, they might feel differently about it.
Yeah, I've thought, well, maybe they should mandate, putting a 49-meter blade on top of the buildings that they're allowing to be built here, the condo buildings, and maybe we could generate some power because they'd be way up there in the higher atmosphere.
And in your condo, it could jiggle you to sleep.
Exactly.
That'd be nice. All right. Thanks very much.
Well, thank you, Jerry.
I don't know if you made us feel better, but thanks for the information.